I just finished filming a tutorial for this look. It's really simple and easy and fast. I can't believe we're going back to school. It's so crazy. Summer went by so fast and I just can't believe it. All the products that I'm using in this tutorial are Drugstore. It's just a very affordable makeup look. So if you want to see how to get it, just keep watching. I have this huge zit on my nose right now, and it popped up just before I made this video, so how lucky am I? I was thinking about doing a voiceover, but really that's too much work, and I'm too lazy. I'm gonna prime my eyes using the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. This is a really great primer, and it's super cheap. I believe this is $1. You can buy e.l.f. off of the e.l.f. website, which is Eyes, Lips, Face. I will have it linked down below. And also at Target, and I believe you can get it some other places, but mainly at Target. This is just going to make my shadows look more vibrant and make them last all day. Once I've done that, I'm going to apply a cream base. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Barely Branded. I'm going to take this on my finger, and I'm just going to apply this to my lid. This is just going to make the eyeshadow that I'm using pop and make it a little more vibrant. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow in the shade Toasted. I highly recommend these, and these are only like $2 or $3. So I'm just going to take it on my finger. I'm just going to pack it on. I'm actually going to be using a bronzer as my crease color, and that's the great thing about makeup is you can use whatever you want. You can use eyeshadow as a highlight, you can use bronzer as an eyeshadow. It just really doesn't matter. I'm going to take the NYC Sunny Bronzer. This is, I believe, $2.99 at the drugstore, and it's super cheap, and it's a great bronzer, and it's matte. And it's really hard to find matte bronzers at the drugstore. And this is really great and super cheap, so I'd highly recommend this. I'm gonna take it on a e.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. It has a little angle to it, which is gonna help get in the outer V right there. So I'm just gonna pack it on the outer V and just blend it inward toward the e.l.f. eyeshadow. Now taking an Eco Tools brush, I'm just going to blend out that bronzer. Now I'm going to take a, what's this called? e.l.f. Professional Eyeliner Brush. It's a flat-tipped brush, which makes it really easy to highlight your brow bone. So I'm actually going to take a highlighter. This is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. I use this all the time as an eyeshadow. I just think it's so gorgeous. I don't really highlight my skin because I have normal to oily skin, so I don't really highlight my skin, but I love to use this as an eyeshadow to just make the colors pop and just open up your eyes a little bit. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna move on to the eyebrows. First, excuse my eyebrows, they're like extremely crazy. I need to get them waxed, but first I'm just gonna brush them through. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I use this almost every day. It is really great. You can see I've hit a pretty major pan on it. And to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. This is a silicone-based primer, so it's going to fill in your pores. You don't need to use much at all because of it being a silicone-based primer. The primer will create a barrier between the skin and the foundation, so your foundation doesn't settle into your lines, and it also prevents acne or like little breakouts that you might have because it's not settling into your skin and it's not getting inside your pores. I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light, and I'm just going to go on that huge pimple that I have right there. If If you have problematic skin, you can totally go in with like a BB cream or foundation or tinted moisturizer. I recommend a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer because that'll look a lot more natural and more like your skin instead of a foundation, which can kind of look cakey and fake. But I'm just going to use a powder because I don't have really problematic skin. Now I'm going to take my favorite contouring brush. This is the Professional Blush brush. You can see that it has an angle to it, which is really nice to get right into the contours of your cheekbones. I'm going to use the NYC Sunny Bronzer. You totally don't have to use this bronzer, but the reason I like it is because it's neutral, it's not too warm, and it's not too cool toned, so it's versatile and you're able to use it for bronzing and contouring. It's also matte. You do not want to use a shimmery bronzer to contour because that'll make it look very false. Because I mean, shadows aren't shimmery, so. Okay, so going back onto the eyes, I'm going to take the Maybelline The Falsies mascara. This isn't an amazing mascara, but I mean it gets the job done, and it is the only drugstore mascara that I own. It's not terrible, it's just you have to use a couple layers for your lashes to just get bigger. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's not terrible. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild blush in Mellow Wine. These are extremely pigmented, so be very, very careful. Use a very light hand, like barely any, and it'll show up. Just to add a little bit of color to the cheeks. I'm going to line my lips using the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Chestnut, and just using light feathering strokes, I'm just going to outline my lips. Then I'm going to use the Wet n Wild lipstick in Bare It All. So that's it for the makeup look. I like it because it's super duper natural for school. There's no eyeliner, it's not too much, and it's very natural. I think it will be flattering on a lot of different skin tones. I will see you next time on the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!